Hey everybody, it's Hylian Alchemist, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In the last episode, we collected some more collectibles, and we gained some access to some areas with our Pegasus boots. In this episode, we are going to make our way over to our second dungeon. And new enemy we haven't encountered yet. Those are called the Geldmans, or Geldmans, however you kind of sound the G here. I think I always go for Geldmans. They'll just come out of the sand, and well, just a couple of sword swipes, and then you should be good to go with them. Alright, so to get inside, we see that there's a stone tablet that we can't even decipher, so we'll have to use our Book of Endora to, of course, decipher those. Our wish shall be granted. And with that, I actually kind of took a little longer here, because I thought it would just go by itself, but then I realized that you actually had to press the A button for, to get back into the gameplay, and then those, stone statues move around. So, anyway, welcome to the Desert Palace. And by the way here, once you enter this dungeon, you cannot leave this place. Well, at least from this entrance. Why? Because those stone statues will reset back to their original positions. In other words, they just block your way, so there's actually another exit that we're gonna have to get to, but we'll have to go over further in the dungeon, so yeah. Anyway, a couple of new enemies to go over. The first enemies we encounter are called the Levers, and they can be pretty annoying. They'll come out everywhere from the sand. They're pretty easy to defeat, though, but like I said, they can be annoying, especially in the 3D Zelda games, like Ocarina of Time. Those things get on my fucking nerves so much. They really do. And they are just endless. Well, especially in the Gerudo Desert. I think in Haunted Wasteland and then the Desert Colossus is where you'll encounter them. Yeah, those things are fucking annoying. They endlessly come over and over. And of course, killing them at times makes the leader come out. But I'm getting a little off topic here. This guy right here, the statue, they are called the Beamos. And you really want to watch out for them as well, because once their eyeball actually detects you, then they'll shoot lasers at you. And they can damage you a lot. I mean, seriously, they can. So, make sure you hide somewhere where they can't see you. And they're also, and they're pretty fast with the way they would shoot lasers at you. So you want to be careful with that as well. Going through this corridor up there would get you the dungeon map, but I don't get the dungeon map or the compass in this playthrough. And it's actually because, well, you know, I mean, it's been a long time since I last played the game, so I kind of forget the dungeon layouts. I mean, just so you know, guys, I mean, I've played Ocarina of Time much more often than Link to the Past. So those of you who make huge debates over which game is better, I've played Ocarina of Time more, so of course, naturally, I do remember the dungeon designs in that game. Well, there are other Zelda games in which I do remember their dungeon layouts, or as a matter of fact, I would just figure things out. But usually, like in earlier Zelda games, they're much more complex, so it's kind of hard for me to remember. Actually, no, never mind, I lied! I do get the compass. Okay, it's not that I lied, I mean, I didn't remember what I did in this video. But I don't really get the dungeon map. Or the, tortilla. Yeah, I actually meant to say tortilla instead of burrito. I got that totally wrong. I seriously got that wrong. How could I even confuse that? I mean, sure, yeah, burritos, I mean, they come, like, you know, with tortillas wrapped around the food, and of course they're called burritos, but I like to call burritos more often than tortillas, but yeah, they're just tortillas by themselves. But yeah, but just by going in the in that upper corridor and the yeah, that one right there, where I was at, on the left actually, that's where you get the dungeon map. I believe that. I believe you do get the dungeon map. And there's also one more enemy that I didn't mention. Those little bug enemies with pincers. They're called the mandibles actually. Those are called the devil ants. They come in either blue or red. Like, you'll see, like, piles of... Well, you'll see quicksand, and then you'll see the double ants come out. If you see, like, some sort of bug with, those mandibles, then that's where the, double ants are. And we have the Power Glove! What?! Are you kidding me? What the hell is a failed accessory for the Nintendo Entertainment System doing in a game like this? Why? Why is it there? It doesn't deserve to be in this game. This is a good game. It's such a good game, and it does not deserve to be in a game like this. You failed so miserably there, Power Glove. You did. You don't deserve anything whatsoever. Okay, I'm done here. Alright, I'm exaggerating, yeah, so... Anyway, the Power Glove, what that does is that, with that on, you actually get to lift objects that are heavier this time. Well, actually, not really heavier. What am I talking about? Basically, you get to lift up those little pebbles. Like those rocks that we saw earlier, but we couldn't lift them up. Those we can lift up now with the Power Glove. And also, if you haven't really noticed by now, I actually didn't notice it either. If you look actually a little closely in Link's hands, you can see that his the color, like in Link's sprite, the color in his hands actually turn to a little bit of silver, which indicates that like he's wearing the Power Gloves. And I will say it's a pretty nice touch here that they did. I actually kind of like that. And we got another heart piece, and that gives us another heart container. And now we're back outside. This is the only way you can actually get out of the Desert Palace. That's the only kind of exit here. But I am never going to think about jumping out of there. That is a very stupid idea, because we are not done with this dungeon yet. We're going to have to go in another entrance, like this one right here. So yeah, now we can be able to lift up those stones with the Power Glove that we have now. And once you enter through this second entrance, then the rest of this dungeon is really straightforward. I mean, like, you know, just a couple of puzzles, but it's a really straightforward part here. So anyway, so for what you can see why I'm actually speeding this up here, there are a couple of rooms that in which the floor is our enemy. Yes, the floor for some reason is now our enemy, even though I haven't done anything wrong to it. I mean, what did I do? Did I over mop you or something? Did I put way too much pine sol on the floor and just mopped it way too much to the point where you've had enough of that kind of bullshit and just wanted to retaliate by just like unleashing some of your tiles and trying to like attack us like that? Just assault us with those tiles? Is that how it is? But no, I'm going back to those kind of rooms. So yeah. Usually, like, you know, they're kind of easy to dodge, and you can just like, you know, break those with your sword. The thing about it is, though, they are seriously fucking long. I'm dead serious here. They drag so much, and that was the reason why I sped it up in that part of the video. Like, they take way too long, and if you want to, you can actually just, you know, skip ahead and, like, you know, get whatever it is you need, and then just go to another room. Of course, I didn't do that for some reason because, well, I didn't think about that, so... And yeah, lighting all these torches really do absolutely nothing, so that was a bit of a waste of my, waste of time here. And more, tiles here. Where the floor is still our enemy. By the way, here, after all the tiles attack you, they actually form the symbol, like, they actually form a skull with crossbones. Where you can see here, like, you see the symbol for the skull and crossbones? Yeah, they always form that kind of symbol after the tiles attack you. I guess the floor really is evil. I guess they really do want to retaliate. Ugh. And another Igor here. This is probably another, well, I guess the only kind of puzzle you have to do, but it's just a real easy puzzle. I mean, all you have to do is just, yeah, very obvious here. And sorry for the noise, I got a bit of an itch in my ear. So that's why you're hearing the noise from my headset. Yeah, just light those 4 torches, and the wall will start moving, because this dungeon is cursed. Okay, not really, but... With that, it will now open the way. And no, I'm not gonna go for that Uganda Knuckles reference. Okay, fine, just for the hell of it. We know the way. Okay, there, I just said, I'm sorry if I'm, well, you know, I'm just gonna end it here. So, anyway, boss time. These guys are called the Land Molas. And let me just say, they are not that easy. What you do here is that, like, basically they will pop out of the ground, and they will come in any direction, so it's really hard to tell where exactly it is they're going. And every time they do pop out of the ground, they will shoot out pebbles, which comes in 4 directions, and I think once you get to the last one, they'll just shoot in 8 directions. And they can hurt. All you have to do is that once, like, either they emerge from the ground and then burrow back in, then you just have to find the right kind of time to attack them or just slash them with your sword. For a quicker and easier method, you can actually use the ice rod, but you have to make sure your aiming is very good, because my aiming is terrible, and that's why I'm not using the ice rod. That, and it does cost your magic. So there's that in mind as well. And I'm kind of doing poorly there. And yeah, this boss is pretty tough as well. I mean, there's the fact that you had to avoid those pebbles that come in 4 directions, but also the fact that they would just emerge in any direction they can. And this is where you could say I kind of fucked up right here, but luckily I have a fairy with me, and I think I should go ahead and show off what the fairy does if you die. So if you get your ass handed to you by any kind of enemy, then the fairy, as long as you have the fairy, then she will revive you. But not exactly a full health. Like, well, if you get more heart containers, that's not exactly a full health. But for now, then it is at full health. I gotta say, though, like, you can actually go right under the Land Molas. I mean, it's actually pretty nice, though. I mean, you know, because of limitations for the NES and Zelda 1, it wasn't like that at all. But the Land Molas can actually hover above you. Which is kind of nice, like, you know, kind of multi-layered sprites that these Land Molas have, and it's nice, it's a pretty neat touch, I should say. And now we just have about 2 more left. Yeah, the ice rod is just a quicker method, like I said. I mean, just here, they just take fewer hits like that, but again, I just decided to go for the sword since, you know, such terrible aiming that I have, alas. But I think we're almost done here. I mean, there we go. Yeah, I got this guy here, and just the last one. And if there's one more standing, then the pebbles that we'll shoot at will be in 8 directions. But we didn't have to worry about that, because we just killed the last one, and now we have our second pendant. And that is the Pendant of Wisdom, I think. Or, no, wait, no, that's Pendant of Power. Sorry, I forgot. That was a Pendant of Power. Yeah, what it says here. I mean, you know, that was also, like, pretty confusing, and I kind of forget that kind of detail, because, like, usually, and I kind of think of, like, the spells you get in Ocarina of Time, where, like, you know, Forore's Wind, who is the Goddess of Courage, is actually green. Actually, no, the goddesses themselves, like, you know, Forore, Din, and Nehru. Forore's usually green, Din is red, which would, well, okay, Forore represents courage, and Din, who is red, represents power, and Nehru, who is blue, represents wisdom. And I thought that was a pendant of wisdom because of its color, but no, they call it the pendant of power instead. So I guess the red pendant that we get, what we call the wisdom pendant. Yeah, they mix the colors. Well, no, I guess I wouldn't say that because this game came out before Ocarina of Time did, but you know, they kind of mix things around here for some reason. So anyway, so now the Desert Palace is done. That's about it for that dungeon, and we have one more pendant to go of the 3 pendants of virtue. And after that, then, we should have the necessary keys to defeating Aghanim. And hopefully saving Hyrule in the process. So, anyways, next time on Let's Play A Link to the Past, we are going to find, well, I guess not exactly go to the next dungeon, because since we have the Power Glove now, there are some places that we couldn't get to before, so I guess that's what we're going to do in the next episode, for what I can think right now. And yeah, I think that's about it. So, until then, see you guys later.